I have fallen out of my routine and I've been feeling a little bit unmotivated and maybe even burnt out, to be honest. No matter how much I talk about productivity, time management, and routine keeping, just like everyone else, I seem to have hit that wall and I can't seem to get back on. So today I thought is going to be that day when I get something done. Just at least something for that one step to get ahead of my lazy era and probably help me step back slowly into just being normal. I pick up the room that I use the most in the home, that is my office space, and I start to clean up this room. I start from the floor and then move my way upwards to my table and everything else in the room. To be honest, there's just quite a lot of things which have not gone back to its places, and that itself is going to take me some time. This is a set of outfits that I purchased from Nobody's Child. I ordered them online and I really like them. The knitted lace top was really nice. This knitted full dress is also really good. But the point of me purchasing these two were because I wanted a birthday outfit. And the one that I picked up initially was this white dress, and the other two were just add-ons because I just felt like anyways I'm paying for the shipping charges. And it turns out the white one, even though it really looks so much more pretty than how it looked on the website, I do not fit into it. Bought the same sizes for all of them, but somehow this dress is a bit too smaller for me, and now unfortunately I need to return this one, and it's been lying here for quite some time and I'm worried I'm going to pass off the return timeline as well. So I'm going to pack this up so that anytime I'm off outside or my husband is off outside, he can just drop it and get this returned. So that packing is done and I need to put back the new outfits. I am shocked at the state of my wardrobe, but that's not the whole point of my cleaning today. I cannot be doing everything today. So I just find some place to put those new outfits and I close it as soon as possible and go back to where I was. The next thing I need to tackle is this chair. This is the most unfortunate chair in this room, which gets to be filled with all the outfits that are worn but still cannot go into the laundry. And I tend to pile this upon for a week or so before I put them back into hangers into my wardrobe. I've got some really nice outfits here. This one is a really loose pant from Uniqlo. I really like this. Loose pants is something that I'm eyeing on these days instead of the jeans. I prefer these, to be honest. This blazer, can you believe this one is like 11 years old? Joe's gifted this to me on my first wedding anniversary and it's been with me for some time, isn't it? And I'm surprised that I still fit into it. Well, the sorting is done and everything needs to go back into its places. So the blazers go up and the pants go down. And down is again the place where I also hang in all the outfits that can be worn once again. A little bit of shuffling to make sure everything is in its place. Is the tables. I start with this file rack, which essentially I cannot imagine what's inside, but let's just clean the top right now. So I've got this handbag, which I think I carried last time when I went to London. It's having quite a lot of rubbish inside. So the first thing I do is clear out things from there and then put back the things. I've got some tissues, a lip balm, Ziploc that contains just the essential medicines and first aid stuff. Done putting things back to its place, so it's time for us to start a little bit of cleaning in between as well. One of which is my work table and the other one is like a side table that actually was my dressing table, but long story short, it's not supposed to be here, but it is there. Well, starting off with my work table, I've been to office a couple of times last week, so there's been a bit of shuffling things around and I haven't really had the time to clean up my table. First thing I do is to pick up all the rubbish and papers, the sticky notes, and then cables is such a mess. I have no idea how I have so much cables, but I've got like 2 different types of charging cables for my 2 different phones, and then an iPad charger, and I've got 2 laptops, another 2 chargers, and the connection cables for the HDMI and the printer and whatnot. Just to organize everything very neatly on my table, I've got this basket where I put in all my notebooks. Most of these are like the notes that I make for office and otherwise. All of these go inside of this basket, and so does the important papers and some of my other accessories. Kind of put everything office related into that so that I don't spread different things into different bags. I make sure that even though I use a different bag on a different day, I put everything back into this bag as soon as possible. It's time for us to wipe, and this time I'm using a wet wipe. I can see that there's quite a bit of dust and the fibers, I don't know what it's called, like the lint fibers that's resting on the surface, and I don't want to be sneezing all day, so I use a wet wipe. As if almost forgotten, I just see my other handbag that I had taken to office the other day, and I realized it's got some more stuff inside. I remember last time when I went to office a few months ago without my office laptop. Can you imagine? Yes, that's what happens when you have things lying down in different bags. So I make sure I put everything back into that single bag. And a few more things, and I think I'm almost done. It's time for us to tackle a little bit of things. This is my craft supply box, which I had let my daughter to use because it's school holidays and she's at home. I just thought it'd be interesting for her to do something with any of these things there. And we haven't really completed the project, but we just started it off. I'll show you. She wanted to have her name written just outside her room door, and we just got started. Things to be put away, and this is Grace's Holy Communion dress that she used a month ago, and this was supposed to go back into the storage, but somehow I forgot. So I think we're almost done, and we've got a bit more lying on the chair which we need to get fixed. This is the lampshade. Somehow every time I try to shoot a video, I manage to hit that lampshade with my stand and get that off of it, and I can't seem to fix it back. But anyways, it's almost done and time for us to vacuum. I love this last step where everything is put in place, and just by vacuuming I can feel that difference on the floor, especially because much of what is vacuumed is really my hair, which tends to be like, 1 or 2 strands of hair, but it just seems like a lot because of the length. But in any case, I'm trying to reach all the nook and corner and give it a really deep vacuum, and I should be done for the day. Sometimes I wonder that it is so difficult to get yourself out of a rut, because it just feels like there's an overwhelmingly lot of job to get started on, and I really don't know where to start. To be honest, I tend to focus on myself and my rest first before I start off doing anything. Today, that's exactly what I did. I started off with my own room to give myself a fresh breath of air, a fresh space to work in, and I really love how it has turned out. I haven't really made much changes in the way the room was set up from the beginning, but what I've really done is put back all the things that weren't supposed to be here in the first hand, and did a really good deep clean and take out all the rubbish which has been, to be honest, been here for quite some time. Plants in this room really makes my heart happy, because looking at them, they grow pretty quick and it's so nice to see it, isn't it? So this was me and my very small attempt to get myself back on track. I'll be back hopefully with another video where I share with you exactly what I did and how I've been faring in general with life. Until we meet with another video, it's bye bye and take care.